Welcome back. So on this episode of Rolling with Ryan, it's actually my birthday. So we're here in the beautiful Mount Pleasant, North Carolina, not South Carolina. And we're at 73 in Maine. And it actually is the best place to pick up hose in town. Pun intended, it was actually a hosiery and it started around 1911. But today it's a steakhouse restaurant. They have a brewery inside and they also get their liquor from the local distillery here in town. So I'm looking forward to a great meal and let's share it together and see what they're working with here in Mount Pleasant.
As you'll walk in, you'll notice it's an expansive operation. There's a bar off to the left and the main dining room is off to the right. I think there's even an upstairs entertaining area. The restaurant claims to have one of the largest selections of bourbon in North Carolina, including over 35 rare and antique bourbons and their own award-winning local bourbon. The menu is varied and has something for everyone. We went with boneless chicken wings and a cheesesteak to start, and then I got a prime rib and mashed potatoes for my main.
All right, first thing to come to the table, Dr. Pepper. We like to review sodas on this channel, so nice Tom Collins glass. Very soft ice, nice cubes. Very syrupy, very good Dr. Pepper. Not super fizzy though. Almost flat, but I like it flat sometimes. That's getting an 8. That's an 8.3 Dr. Pepper. It's very good. Good start.
The appetizers came out hot and fresh. Everything looked cooked to order and we were excited to dig in.
All right, first things first is the buffalo chicken, supposedly hand breaded, very saucy.
Saucy.
I'll try it first without the ranch. Nice and hot, definitely hand breaded, not frozen. The batter is not sticking to the chicken as much as a frozen batter would. Tastes like almost like a homemade chicken tender they just cut up and doused in the sauce. Really good. The sauce, not sure if it's homemade, but it's still tangy and buffalo-y. They do make their barbecue sauce, I think, mixed with some of that distillery local liquor. So that could have been really good, but I felt more like buffalo. Let's see what the ranch is like. Get a good dip. It looks homemade. Looks like there's a lot of herbs in there. Wow, it's a very good ranch. Oh man. I don't know, I don't think there's dill in there, but there's a lot of really good herbs. Good buttermilk flavor, very tangy. A little runny, but that's not a big deal. It still sticks to the chicken. Chicken itself, go a solid 7.3, very good. Dipped in the ranch, it gets in the 8s, it's an 8.1. The ranch itself is probably an 8.5 ranch. So it really averages out the score here. Very, very good. Worth a shot here if you make it up to Mount Pleasant. All right, now we're moving over to the cheesesteak. So we got this as an appetizer, which is pretty funny. It's normally an entree, but it's supposed to come with Cooper Sharp cheese. And I'm not gonna lie, that doesn't look like Cooper Sharp cheese. So I'll need to see what they gave us. But we wanted it because the Cooper Sharp cheese is what you get up north. It's really good. We'll start with the fry. They look kind of hand cut, but they also may be frozen. Good salt on it. Not the greatest fry. It's probably like a 6.1, kind of cold. Not the greatest. Okay, quickly get to the cheesesteak here. Good cross section. Good bread. Not sure what kind of bread it is. A little greasy on the top, but the meat itself looks really good. I don't know if it's like a brisket or like roast beef. I don't think it's really like steak. Tastes more like roast beef and cheddar and onions, but not a bad flavor. It's just not what I was expecting. A little disappointed. Still was really good flavor. I mean, it would get a 7-7 all day for me. If it had Cooper Sharp, a little creamier, it probably would have been the 8s. The bread itself too is almost looks like an English muffin. I've never seen a sub roll look like an English muffin before, but still crispy and good. We've already had the ranch, so we know that's really good. Overall, the appetizers, pretty pleased with them. A little different than I expected, but we'll see what the main course is like next. All right, we're back with our main entrees. Right now we got the biggest piece of prime rib I've ever seen. I got the 24-ounce cut. I guess because it's my birthday, I thought I'd be able to eat it all, but this is literally like Flintstone-style steak. Should be really good. I got it cooked rare. It comes with an au jus, and that's probably horseradish. I will not be eating any of that. I despise horseradish. And then some mashed potatoes. So let's start with the mashed potatoes. A nice scoop of those. Not super creamy, a little dense. Good potato flavor, obviously. Actually has a decent amount of salt. Very, very good. Actually, I don't need to do any seasoning to them. I love that their skins are in the potatoes themselves. Just what you'd expect. Maybe a little more garlic, but very good. Definitely on the 8s though. Had more garlic, B+. We'll go with 7-3 on the mashed potatoes. Good start. All right, let's pan down that bad boy. I don't even know how we're gonna attack it. Guess just go from the corner here and slice our way through. Wow, that's big. That's what she said.
That's what she said.
So it's really rare at the top, but in the middle, it's actually kind of well done. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. We'll try without the au jus first. It's actually very smoky almost. Not expecting that. But like I said, if you look at the meat itself, it's actually, based off how thick it is, it's actually a little dry in the middle, unfortunately. And tastes more like a pot roast than it does a good prime rib. So if you come here, definitely get a smaller cut. Not a lot of bark on the outside either. So I don't think there's really a ton of seasoning going on, but maybe relying on the au jus for the flavor. So let me try that really quick and get you a score. On its own, without the au jus, probably doesn't even get a 7s. It might be a 6.5 prime rib, unfortunately. With the au jus, probably gonna get this everywhere. Plus it up a little bit. It brings a lot of the spices and the seasonings that the actual crust is missing from the piece of meat. So very good. Probably bumps it up into the 7-1 territory with the au jus, but it's still not as tender and juicy as I would have liked. So it is what it is, but so far we're enjoying it, and we'll see how the rest of the meal turns out.
I got to give credit where credit's due. They were super nice and prepared me a special birthday dessert, so I was really appreciative for that effort.
All right, so we got the bread pudding here for dessert. They wrote happy birthday, put a candle on it, which is very nice of them. I don't know what is supposedly in here other than bread and pudding, so.
Oh shit, Sherlock.
I see a little yellowish, maybe some nuts in here too. Well, yeah, there's definitely nuts. Don't want to take too big of a bite. Let's give that a whirl. Oh wow. That has a lot of depth to it. Almost tastes like there's some orange in there. I see a little red. That might be from the candle. Definitely the nuts. Almost vanilla-y too, like cinnamon. Very, very good. It's almost like a honey bun that they mixed in with a bunch of cinnamon and almost maybe some liquor in here too. I don't know. That's phenomenal bread pudding. Definitely makes up for the meat break from the main event. So this definitely gets in the 8s. Also close to a 9. Some of the best I've ever had. I think we'll settle for a strong 8-7 though. Definitely get the bread pudding if you come. So that's the end of our review of 73 in Maine. Overall, very, very good. Appetizers start very strong. Soda, one of the best Dr. Peppers I've ever had. And then dessert, the bread pudding, unbelievable. Maybe if you come again, think about something other than the prime rib. Shrimp and grits I heard were good. Steaks are good. Cheesesteak was very good if you want to make that your main. So awesome spot, Mount Pleasant. Really cool downtown. Looking forward to exploring some more. And thanks for rolling with me. I'll see you in the next one, guys.